Hi, this is Andrew and Claire Bowen from Cafe Success. Now, we're coffee shop coaches and authors of the world's best-selling book on how to open a coffee shop, The Daily Grind. Now, it's really tough times out there with COVID-19. However, we've been looking at how to get positives out of all the negatives. So we've developed a 10-point COVID-19 recovery program to take you through the tough times ahead. We will take you through 3 stages: review, reinvent and relaunch your business. One thing's for certain, as Darwin said, it's not the strongest that will survive, it is the ones that adapt and respond to change. If you don't want your business to reopen like a dusty old time capsule, then you need to use your time well now. Stop for a moment and reflect on your why. Why you got into this business in the first place. What you enjoy about running your coffee business. What are the things that make you smile and laugh? And what are the things that make it worthwhile? List out the benefits of running your own business, like flexibility and being your own boss.
And spend some time then to identify anything that prevents you from the good things happening more often. Build a vision of what you want your perfect business to look like and feel like. Add some numbers, make it real. Add some deadlines, just to make it real. For example, do you want to make more profit or have more time for yourself? Do you want to contribute more to the local community or share your passion with others? List out those changes then you need to make to get there. By that time you should have a list of all the positives and all the negatives, and you need to make the positives stronger and a plan to work on the negatives. If you want to make more money, it's a combination of lots of little percentages here and there on each line of your P&L. It's not just one big thing. It's very, very unusual for one big thing to make you make extra profit. It's a combination of lots of little things, and it just won't be one thing that will move that needle. Likewise, if you want more time for yourself, it'll only come through employing and training great people. Then systemizing literally everything. Consider also your guests won't be the same as the day you closed the door or the lockdown was announced. Their outlook will have changed. Being away from family and friends, their working life would have altered, and the realization that working remotely is possible, and their office, for instance, may never reopen again.
Now is a good time to think about your end game. Do you want to grow either fast or slow, or are you happy with the status quo? But what happens when it's time to move on? Will you retire? Will you sell up, or will you pass the business on to your children? There's so much you can do to protect your business, all your hard work over the years, and to maximize the value of that business when the time comes. Like protecting your IP and making sure you're not stuck with an onerous lease. Step 2. Now is the time to look and reflect at your past performance. Get out your old P&Ls and print off your current trading records. What is your break-even figure? And when do your wage costs look excessive or too low? What are your sales by month, by week, by day, by hour? And where do you really perform well? Is it the summer, the weekend, or the morning?
And also have a look at your competitors, and we can help you a lot with that. Where do you underperform? Is it the weekday afternoons, or is it a Sunday? What are the opportunities for you to improve your sales and also reduce your costs? And how many weeks stock have you got on hand? What items could you substitute, consolidate, or even get rid of completely? Less stock in your fridges and your warehouse is more money straight in your bank account. And by the way, how much outstanding credit have you got owed to you by suppliers? And if you haven't got any outstanding credit, this means that you're probably not checking your orders correctly enough. And what your margins look like, not just overall, but by product group, by drink, by food, by hot drink, by cold drink, by milkshakes, by sandwiches, by salads. Look at each individual product and make sure that the margin is what you thought at the very beginning when you put it onto your menu.
And have your suppliers creeped up their prices over the past few years without you even noticing or caring? Check your utility bills, especially with electricity, gas and water, and broadband. Take an hour or so looking at comparison websites. It'll pay dividend here. So what are your guests going to need post-COVID-19? How are their demands going to change? Will they spend more time working in your shop? Or so will they need PowerPoints and better Wi-Fi to attract them?
Step 3 is your menu, and your menu drives profit in so many ways. In the simplest form, a badly designed menu will actually deter people from coming into your business, and they definitely won't attract new customers. A badly balanced food menu, on the other hand, with mostly sweet but little savoury, or one that's no thought for people with dietary needs, or without a viable afternoon offer, will ensure that your sales are mostly drinks, and the opportunity for upselling to your customers will be vastly reduced. So many of us in this industry think that more choice is good. We have competed against the big boys, but over time your menu can grow in size organically. You add new lines in and forget to take lines out, and it's very, very common for us, and you end up with a bloated menu that is sometimes more complicated to make. And the confusion as well for the customer is added to by the fact that the amount of ingredients you have will mean that you'll need more products in your back room, and it'll also reduce the freshness of those products, and then potentially your waste as well. So it's a triple whammy.
So take a good look at what you're actually selling and wasting. How much does each item actually cost and add to your bottom line? What items cannibalize each other? And what should you be selling that you're not already? One of our clients admitted to us that they hadn't changed their menu for over 10 years. They knew their offer was stale and their sales were declining, but they were afraid because they were in the fear of offending their loyal customers. Now, the danger here, of course, is that these guests will move away or die, and potential new guests will be attracted to the bright lights of a more contemporary outfit. Are you on top of your margins? Do you really know what each and every item you make costs? What products take too long or are too complicated to make consistently? Does everything taste delicious, look Instagrammable, and has its own unique story?
So step 4 is your people. Probably the biggest shock that people get when they open a coffee shop or a cafe business the first time is managing their team. And it's something that we hear time and time and time again, how difficult it is to recruit and retain the best people. But this, of course, starts with you, your values, your vision, and how these show themselves in the day-to-day. You know, not just on the wall or in the induction pack, how they show in the day-to-day. Because the best staff can walk into any hospitality business and get a job. They have the nuclear option, of course, then, of walking away if they don't feel valued or respected. And millennials especially never really expect a job for life. They prefer more flexibility and the option of extended leave to travel over perhaps a career path that traditionally would have been the way forward. So our advice really is to look at yourself first. Do the values and beliefs of your business match the people that you want to attract?
Do you have clear guidelines in place for what is expected of your team on every shift and every role? Do you have clear job descriptions and roles of responsibilities? Do you sit down regularly with your team, both individually and collectively? How do you recruit your team and what do you look for? Have you analysed what makes the best people tick? And how can you use these traits to look for more of the same? How do you bring on board new people? The first few weeks are the most important of the team member's life, and poor onboarding will increase staff turnover. And finally, are you paying and rewarding your people's performance well enough for them to allow them to enjoy a life outside your business? Next is stage 5, your layout. It's time to look at your business from outside, both literally and metaphorically. Does your signage attract new guests? Is it clear what you do, what you sell, and why they should step over the threshold? Is your sign readable from across the road? Does it have good contrast and easy to read fonts? Think about how easy it is for McDonald's sign to be seen. On a scale of 1 to 10, how does yours compare? Are your windows dirty and full of clutter? Are they clean and show off what's inside? First impressions really matter. And in our industry, hygiene and cleanliness are now at the forefront of everyone's mind.
Then take a good look inside both the customer and the staff areas. Does your layout make it easy for people to buy from you? Is it clear where they should stand, where they should order, where they should collect, or do you serve at the table? Is your table layout maximized for sales? Have you got the right balance of small, large, low and high tables? Getting this right on its own has contributed an increase in sales for some of our clients for over 25%, so this is absolutely critical. What about the lighting and the music levels? Are you still playing the radio? Music will contribute to giving your place the right vibe. Too loud, it detracts, and too quiet, it's not even noticed on radio, I ask you. If people want to work in their laptops, then good lighting will encourage that. Encourage them to spend longer there and spend more with you, and having different lighting zones probably will cost you less than you think as well. And the back of house layout is important, or as the French call it, or in some top restaurants, mise en place. This is a massive source of wasted productivity in most places. A misplaced fridge or frequently used ingredient that needs to be replenished from a storeroom can cost you many thousands of pounds in lost labour per year. So getting those things in the right place is critical. One of our clients saved over £2,000 a year just by relaying where they put their fridges and where they put their stock. And think about your barista or your cook. They need to be just imagine they've got a foot in concrete, in a bucket of concrete, and they can't move. And everything needs to be in easy reach for them without moving from the station, and you'll notice a massive improvement in productivity.
Step 6, scheduling. Are you overstaffed? Running too many people on a shift is worse than not having enough. Running things on a shoestring will leave the team feeling stressed and unfulfilled. Getting the balance right in an industry like ours that is affected by weather and local events is not easy. But there are many procedures that you can put in place that will mitigate these spikes or dips in trade. Things like making the shifts balanced with the right blend of experienced and new staff. Blend the fast with the steady, and you will make life better for your team and your guests alike. Your team needs to know who is in charge on every shift. The person must lead and delegate effectively. How do you build your rota, and how far in advance do you do it?
And have you got a list of actually what's expected on each shift, on the different types of shifts, the opening shifts, the closing shifts, and who's responsible for what? You know, have you balanced the staff level based on your predicted sales, added in non-customer facing tasks like banking and ordering to stop the perennial problem where staff are tied up on important but not urgent things when they're really needed at the sharp end, when the queue's at the door? You know, how does your service style work? Do you serve at table, or do you deliver to a collection point, or do you do a bit of both? You know, do you offer refills at the table and with suggestions for a little treat? Do your team offer a menu suggestion at the till when they order, or do they just use that annoying and totally ineffective phrase, anything else?
Step 7 is all about the cash. Now, your till can uncover a multitude of sins. It can tell you who's upselling, who's making mistakes, and who might be less than honest. And when was the last time you looked at an operator audit on your till? Every till system will be able to give you information you need. You just need to be able to put it in a readable form. Take 3 months period and compare the average sales per guest. Number of voids, refunds, error corrects per operator, and the results will jump out at you.
It certainly will.
How is your cash flow forecaster, or do you even have one? Your sales will occur before you need to pay the bills, so your bank balance will look very attractive. All the big bills you will pay monthly or quarterly, so knowing when the big demands on your cash is going to be will give you warning signs, early warning signs of if there's going to be a problem. Can I buy that new piece of equipment? Can I give myself a little bit extra this month? Well, that's impossible to do unless you have a good cash flow forecaster. And have you included everything on there? And is it up to date? Now, we wouldn't be standing here in front of you today if we didn't have a robust cash flow forecaster.
Now, there's nothing more worrying for your suppliers, or embarrassing for you in that matter, than having a bounce payment. It wastes your time. Sorting things out reduces the confidence of your supplier partner in you and your team, and it even may reduce your credit limit or your terms of payment. So it's not good. We once rang our milkman when we were on holiday in Florida to tell them a payment would be too late. The guy was flabbergasted because we'd forgotten to arrange it, so we just rung him to make sure he knew we hadn't forgotten about it. He was absolutely flabbergasted, but it really cemented our business relationship with the milkman. And you know, they became and carry on to this day being a really solid supplier of ours. And talking about suppliers, what process do you have to check the prices? Are they what you agreed? You know, a few pennies here and a few pennies there add up to hundreds a month. And we had a system that did that for us. And when we challenged the suppliers, we always got that credit back. And what's your process for checking deliveries as well? It's impossible for suppliers to get 100% delivery accuracy, and there will always be a need for credits to be issued. But if you don't ask for them, you won't get them. And if you don't chase them up, then you may lose them. You know, it was many hundreds of pounds a month for us when we had our 3 sites.
Stage 8, marketing. One of the biggest advantages an independent coffee shop or cafe has over the big chains is its connection with its local community. How are you making the best of this? Would you be confident that every local business would recommend you to their clients? Try this out when you get back to normal. Walk into all the local shops, the garages, the hairdressers, travel agents, estate agents or realtors if you're in the States, with a tray of freshly baked cookies or muffins and give them out. Talk to them about yourself and your business and invite them over for a free cup of coffee. You can guarantee they'll be talking about you to their clients and will be recommending you when asked. How exciting is your social media? Is it the same photo every week? Or worse, once a month? If you don't get enough time, then delegate to one of your team members. Regular posts with scroll-stopping images and videos are the only way to win, building you a loyal following.
Our own Facebook Live videos became the stuff of legend. You know, I used to go out there and report on the weather, on the traffic conditions, on the farmers market. I'd interview some of the farmers there. I'd promote local events that were happening. I would even sort of do a weather forecast or anything strange. I remember reporting a strange looking cloud in the sky once because it looked like Mickey Mouse. But each time we went live with a video, it was a good excuse to get in front with our customers to remind them, number one, we're there. Number two, they really enjoy coming to see us. And number three, it might even invite new people who didn't even know we existed to come and see us in the first place. And video is the way forward. The social media channels promote video above everything else, and it stops people in their track when they're scrolling as well. But people say to us, well, I don't like doing videos because I don't like how I sound or how I look on video. Well, actually, get over it, because that is how you sound and look in real life to everyone else on the video. So that's you. Just be honest, be genuine, and it will cut through. This is what the big boys can't do. They can't compete with us on that. You know, the other thing you can do is supporting local charities and schools. And how many of those do you support? You know, how many clubs do you support? How many charities do you support? How many local schools do you support? Or when they put a request in for something, do you say, oh, not again? You know, our business was famous for its support of the local community, and they paid us back in their droves. You know, the queue around the block every Saturday morning used to make our competitors go mad. But it was the support we gave to the parkrun that made them even more loyal when it came to us. And believe it or not, our competitors went to the parkrun organisers and tried to poach them from us, and that made the parkrunners even more loyal to us. So, and while you're at it, build a relationship with your local newspaper or radio. Let them know what you're up to. You know, they love to report on it, and you'll be amazed how good PR you get from that.
Step 9, online. Have you got a website? Believe it or not, 55% of coffee shops and cafes in London don't. It's so cheap and easy now and simple to get a website. There's no excuse. The benefits massively outweigh the cost. If you just use Facebook or Instagram for your web presence, then you are their hostage. Less than 5% of an organic, that's a normal post on your business page, will be shown to your Facebook fans because they want you to spend money advertising. You are hostage to their algorithms and desire to make money for their shareholders.
And you need to be in charge of your own online reputation, and you can only do that with a website. Otherwise, Google will look at everything else on the web, TripAdvisor, reviews on this, that and the other, to pull the information about your business for their customers. So without a website, you know, you are again hostage to Google. And if you have a website, is it tired? Is it out of date? Is it full of stock photos? Well, you know, you need to freshen it up if that's the case. Have lots of photos of you on it. Have lots of photos of what you sell. And make sure that you tell your story on it. You know, the story of the founders. Have photographs of you about your business. People are really interested in what you do. And this will all help with you building a relationship with your local community. And if you don't have already, you can add something called a Facebook marketing pixel. Now, this isn't just your Facebook follow me little icon. This is a piece of code you put onto your website that you can use at a later date to use the fantastic facilities that Facebook have with their advertising, actually use their paid advertising for your benefit. So with a few tweaks, you know, you can be number one locally on Google and start getting more online people to visit you offline in your site.
Step 10 is the future. Our COVID-19 recovery plan will take you on a journey through your business. We will reassess your why you started in the first place, what makes you smile and what frustrates you. Then we will benchmark your current performance and take an in-depth look at your menu, getting the balance right and ensuring everything you sell is delicious, profitable, simple to make, Instagrammable and has its own unique story. You will become the master of your cash flow and be able to schedule your team effectively to provide awesome service at an optimum cost. Your layout will work for you and save you money on lost productivity, and you'll be able to attract and retain the best people to work for you.
At the end of our programme, you'll have a clear vision for your future, and with our Cafe Success Wheel in place, you'll have full control of your newly reinvented coffee business. Imagine a future where you are re-energised, revitalised for the new post-COVID era. You'll be in control and able to design your own lifestyle through the choices you make. Our unique Cafe Success Wheel balances every element to give you full visibility of the parts of your business you may not even have considered as important. And the power will be in your hands. It's a no-brainer. With a no quibble money back guarantee, we guarantee to add at least 5% to your bottom line or your money back. Think of that for a second. Our brains, your business for a whole year, the net benefit will far outweigh the cost by at least 10 times. So work with us over the next week, over the next month, over the next year to release the potential of your coffee or cafe business. Click the link below and we can start working with you as soon as next week.